Closing the camera, shut the camera down.
Oh, no. Yep.
Thank you.
It can hear us.
Okay.
There we are.
She said two?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to sign this one now. It's the resolution for the FEMA.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can if you want.
No, no, no. I'm just wondering if we had a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
No writer's cramp this month.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's on.
We're running? Okay.
Yeah,
We're
got it. I
Thanks.
figured it out.
Great, thank you.
Thank
But
you.
your video is in 2 pieces, yeah.
Okay, that happens.
So to wrap up a financial report, I would accept a motion on the 2026 budget.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the proposed budget, but with a reduction of at least $18,200 on the wastewater side, and whatever else you can find at your discretion, and just let us know at the next meeting.
Yep.
Second,
I'll second that.
all in favor? Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item of business are the department reports, or updates, I should say, multi-department updates. I'll turn that over to John.
Sure, yeah. So for multi-department updates, just have a couple. One being that we've signed an agreement with Fidium to switch over all of our communications. It's going to be nice to clean up there's quite a mess of wires in the office from
Get rid of all the copper.
all the old copper stuff. And then the best, one of the best parts about it is it's going to save, our bill's $961. It'll be about $500 a month afterwards. So quite a significant savings moving forward.
Do you have that at all of the pump stations and everything that's remote?
No, just pump station 1 right next to the office has an auto dialer. Grimes treatment plant has an auto dialer, and the water station has an auto dialer. And then part of this plan also is adding internet to Grimes, so we can get some site cameras and monitor remotely there. And then the water station upgrades, now we have it tied into SCADA so we can log in remotely. So that was added to that facility as well. So we're getting more service for less of a price.
Significantly, yep.
And then just for information only, I made some updates to the websites, kind of make our mission statement line up, kind of what the city's mission is, which is very similar to ours, but just refreshed it a little bit. I think it's been a few years since it's been done. It's included in the back of the packet if you wanted to take a look at it, or you probably have already. If you see anything out of place, let me know. We can have it changed. But that's all I have for multi-department.
Any questions or comments on multi-department update? Guess we can move to water.
Sure. I alluded to it just a little while ago that the PUC rate was approved today, so that's official. It'll start on our pre-assigned schedule that we had sent into them, so that's good.
So the letter that was in our packet goes out.
It went out in the bill.
Oh, it
Yeah.
went out already? Okay.
Yeah, it went out in the last bill.
Yep.
Yep. And then I think the most exciting news of the month is the NDRC Catalyst Grant was awarded to the district for a river crossing, which is great. Really hopeful to get it out to bid this winter for summer construction. The only thing that would prevent it, I don't think it will, but the environmental review that NBRC does, if they don't accept kind of what was done already by the main DEP, then we may have to do a longer environmental review, which could push us kind of out of the construction season, but I don't anticipate it, but you can never tell, so.
How long would it take to do this? Can they do it in one summer?
That's the plan, to do it, for them to do it all in one summer, yeah. Yeah. There's only a certain window they can work in the river, but there's a lot of work on Limestone Street that needs to be done, so they can do work before they do their river crossing, so, yeah. And we'll know in January if NBRC has any, if they're gonna require an environmental review, which I don't. Okay.
And I'd like to give kudos to John and Jim Lord. It was really one of only 2 applications that were funded in Worcester County this year. So it's really,
Wonderful.
it's great.
Wow.
They did a great job.
Thank you.
I know there was a lot of work that you did, John, on that.
Yeah,
An
it's a
awful
back and
lot.
forth.
Back and forth.
Somehow on the management report, it dropped out the wastewater department updates, that's what we're going into next. The one wastewater update is included underwater for some reason. I don't.
So that's the FEMA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the FEMA. Yeah. So we're actually on to wastewater now. This one's been a struggle too. Derek and Fred started this before I was hired, and we're still not across the finish line yet, but I feel like we're closer with this last motion for this resolution that's included in your packet. This adds us to Aroostook EMA's plan. Once this is in place, they'll add us to their website, and then once they can prove that we're on their website, then the final application will go back to FEMA where it's already been approved, and then it goes on to Secretary Nome's office for final approval, because any FEMA project over 100,000 needs that the highest tier of the department's sign off. I guess some projects have been going through, but it's definitely made a bottleneck.
Yeah.
I think it has to go, sits on the secretary's desk, right?
Yes, yeah, Secretary Nome, yeah. A multi-billion-dollar budget to review $100,000 applications.
Yeah, good use of funds.
I must say the county EMA and the state group has been great to work with. Very responsive, trying to get this pushed through. So it's been great on the local level. So.
Good.
So before you go on this, we do have a resolution that was provided in the packet.
Mhm.
I think we probably want to have a vote, John. I mean, it's passed and approved today, and then
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So I would, rather than read the whole thing, I guess I would make a motion to accept that so we can be included in the hazard mitigation plan.
Yep.
Need a second?
Yep.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Any discussion or comments? All in
No,
favor?
good.
So we'll all need to sign a
Yeah.
copy of it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, got that.
Great, thank you. Under other business, it's a follow-up from a question last month about the fluoride. In Maine, it has to come from a public, from the public side. So if we want to put it on a referendum, I'm not quite sure of the mechanism of it. Danielle and I briefly talked tonight. If you want more information, we can figure out what steps are needed, how, if there's signatures from the public required to get it on the referendum. or if this governing body can ask to have it put on the
Or
referendum.
maybe we can ask the council to put it on or something.
Right, yeah, and I think, yeah, I don't want to get into a public health battle with the community. I think it's the community's decision. It's not my decision. I don't think it should be this governing board's decision. If there's a desire to have it removed, then we can help facilitate the steps needed to put it to the public's vote.
So that's the next thing, a fact sheet, right?
Yeah.
Probably CDC or somebody probably has one already set up, but
Ashland's successfully removed it from their water. I think it was earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
they went through that process then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can Maine Rural Water be of any assistance, or do they even deal with this, and, or do we even go down that road?
I think they would be, yeah. I think they could help us out.
Yep.
So that was the only,
You don't need any kind of motion or anything on that?
no,
Okay.
unless you want to make a motion to
I would make a motion, the trustees support the removal of fluoride from our drinking water system.
You made you're making a motion?
I'd like to be educated when I get accosted about the pros and cons before we do that. I mean, I'd like to
Would
see.
you like to have a fact sheet for next
Yeah.
month?
If you
Maybe,
could, yeah, I kind of agree.
We could show people what the
I
building
mean-
looks like.
Yeah, and all the frosted
I
glass,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, and the smell that's in here.
Yep.
You know, look at this room where it is, I guess.
Okay, you want to table that then till next?
I just
Yeah.
assumed, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea, I
satisfied
agree.
myself, so.
Right, yeah. Well, as, you know, the tour, we saw what it's doing, but,
Mhm.
okay.
That's all I have for other. I
Okay.
don't know if anybody has any other. If not, it's just scheduling our January meeting.
Wednesday, January 14th, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Works, okay.
I can't speak for everybody else, but that works.
As far as I know, it's good for me.
Yep.
I picked up some things from the conference that John probably already knows about, but there are some small grants available from CDC on source protection and security and that kind of stuff. Generally small $10,000 grants, so there's an opportunity there to maybe put some fence up or some cameras or whatever around our facilities
Yeah.
under these grants.
Yeah, when we had our sanitary survey on the water side, which is the audit, like a water audit, cameras came up, and she added that in as a recommendation to have our camera system looked at, which potentially helps with that grant. And she gave me the contact information of, I think Sophia is the girl's name at the drinking water program that deals with those small grants. So I think when the window opens up again, we'll probably apply for some. Yep.
I sat into some of those scary cybersecurity sessions. And, I don't know. It's crazy what the bad guys are doing to utility systems.
Yeah, I don't want to go into detail of what we have for security, but I think we're better than most at this point. But I don't think anybody is really safe, really.
Yeah, 'cause I think Limestone got hacked, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, who was hacked?
Limestone.
Limestone?
Yeah, like last year. Yeah.
So really, the one guy I listened to most said it used to be you could separate your operational systems from your office systems, and that's not the case anymore. They all interact, and making so many back doors I get into now. could steal your data and shut you down. Shut you down is the worst thing.
Has there been an audit, security audit, for maybe lack of a better term, that, of our system?
I had reached out, and at the time, the government was shut down, and the people that do the audits on our federal employees.
Yep.
So they said give it some time to get caught back
Yep.
back up, and then reach out again. But
Yep. So I seem to recall Darren over at Aroostook Emergency Management had some contacts.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So that,
yeah.
it may be the
drink-
exact same, I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. I had called the drinking water program and
Okay,
asked,
yep.
because they're always sending out cyber alerts.
Yep. Okay.
Lately, it's been at least once a week of some foreign national doing something to water or wastewater.
Yeah, there's
Make-
one company that claims that they have a system that can't be overdone by the bad guys. So maybe we'll look at it.
Good
look
luck
into
with
it.
that, right.
An analog system, maybe?
Yeah.
And they it claims for between, depends on how much you get, between 1,000 and 5,000, you can secure all of your systems under
Yeah.
one umbrella. So it's worth looking at, I guess.
Anything else under other business?
I will mention one thing. Danielle sent me a list of the positions for the city that have not been filled, or people apply, and Dave is the only one who's applied to have his term renewed. So we're still short our 5th trustee and she said there's absolutely no interest.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure what.
Most of the public boards, there was no interest. It's not like
No,
it's
there were a lot
not
of
just
them.
ours.
I think we should ask Mr. Teal to find somebody closer to his age that would.
Yeah, there's been one guy I've been working on, but I don't know if he's gonna do it or not.
December 31st normally is the deadline for the applications.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, I'll let him know.
Can we appoint, not we, but can a trustee be appointed throughout the year? I mean, if we have someone that comes in, let's just say in the end of January, can we go to the council and ask for an appointment, or?
I would think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I
We
would
never
think
had that
that
happen,
we
but
would be able to.
Yeah, it's not just a
Because
one.
where there are several, with all the other committees that
Right.
people haven't applied for.
Yeah. We should have
Anyway,
another
goes to
woman on the
city
board
council
too.
to
you know.
vote on, but
Yep.
Okay.
Thing is, I don't use the CUD systems.
I don't.
You
That's-
don't. You do. And you do.
I do, yeah.
So it'd be good to have
A third.
someone that does.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm involved because my taxes pay for the hydrants and stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it'd be better to
Right.
have someone that's right up, hooked on.
I agree completely. Well, I'd like to wish everybody Merry Christmas, and
Yes.
thank you and same
Two.
I guess I'll accept
all
the
of
motion
you.
to adjourn at
So moved.
6:53.
Second.
All in favor? Guess you don't have to really take a vote for that, but
Who made the motion? Who? You did, okay. And Dave, yeah, okay. I was just checking, Matt, to see if I had any of the applications.
Turn off your